This video is made with the sponsorship of Ecrotech New Zealand, one source for all your beekeeping requirements. Hi, Trev here from Trevs Bees on Facebook and YouTube. Today I want to talk to you about ventilated bee suits. A couple of 3 weeks ago, Ecrotech sent me down a couple of new bee suits, the ventilated ones. And I've got my old bee suit here, which we'll have a little talk about too. So, first thing I done when I got these bee suits, I weighed them. This bee suit, my original, weighed 1.5 kilos. We'll get rid of that. This yellow fella is what they call their lightweight, weighed a kilo. So considerably less than my ordinary bee suit. And this one, wow, is the premium ventilated suit. And this weighs 2 kilos. Now, even though it was half a kilo heavier than my original bee suit, a kilo, twice the weight of the yellow one, I found both of them a joy to wear. For starters, they've got a little bit of stretchy stuff around here and in the back, and it makes the bee suit fit just slightly better. And the air movement going through the bee suits was quite significant. And in fact, just out there, if there's a little bit of breeze, because I wear shorts all the time, they were almost a bit too cool, especially with this cool season that we've had. So a couple of things. Let's have a talk about what makes the ventilated suit. They're both somewhat similar structure, so we'll just talk about it. They actually have 3 layers of material with the venting. They've got a bit of foam in the middle with a layer of this wholly vented material on the outsides, and the air moves through that very well. This one has got just the normal stretchy arm holes, and it's got a little thumb thingy so you can hold it over there. I don't particularly like that. I find it just gets very dirty by the end of the day. A little bit of the stretchy, as I said, in the side, just around here, one on each side. Lots of pockets. Here and here and here and here, here and here. Don't know why you'd have the pockets on the knees. And of course, we've got a pocket on the side for the hive tool. As you can see, they all get pretty dirty pretty quick. I like the pockets on here. They fit down on an angle like my normal overalls, and I'm used to putting things in on the angle. I like these pockets. A little bit of Velcro over the top of these pockets on the knees to stop things falling out. I don't know why a beekeeper would carry so much stuff that he needs 6 pockets, but however, that's the way they are. And normal stretchy on the bottom, and there's a little bit of an elastic in here to fit underneath your shoe, or underneath your heel, so that when you put your boots on, this doesn't pull up and slide out of your boots or out of your gum boots. Some beekeepers wear gum boots. I don't. I wear boots all the time. So, but a nice little feature. My only little drawback on here, because I'm a little shorty, is that I found that the hive tool pocket was too deep down, and it actually sat quite low down. So I got my lovely wife to make a little extension, and she put a little extension piece on here and a little rub pad, because I found that the hive tool actually can catch into this material. So I actually like the fact that the hive tool can sit down here now and fits inside the original pocket. The original pocket's still there, still works if you want to use that, but I got my wife to put an extra little pocket on. The big fella. It's got some extra features on it. For starters, one of the things, it's got no collar. Some people who like wearing collars will find it's a bit different. I found it was quite nice in the fact that I didn't have to worry about trying to hook my collar in properly and getting in the way. Because this one's a little bit extra in price. Oh, this one here, just under $200, about $190 something dollars. And this one here is just a whisker over $200. So we've got zips on these pockets and another little pocket inside here. This one has got straight down pockets in here. We'll show you. I'll put these on in a minute so you can actually see how they are, and a little bit of Velcro on them. Personally, I don't like the straight down pockets. I would prefer the side pockets like most men's clothing is. But the feature that I do really like on here is on the legs, they've got a zip on them. So that you can actually have your boots on and still put your bee suit on. You don't have to take your boots off. For those who wear gumboots, wouldn't make any difference. But for me who wears boots all the time, I find it's quite a feature. And on the sleeves, also got the little thumb hooky thing. But they've got an adjustable gusset on the sleeve so you can actually tighten that up so you can get it really tight around your wrist, stop the bees going for a walk. So, my recommendations. Some people might see the vented suit as an optional extra. Maybe. But most of our beekeeping is done in fine weather. If you can't go beekeeping in shorts and a t-shirt, then I don't think you should be in the beehive. It's probably too cold. At that stage, or because of that, I think that a vented suit is what you should be wearing probably all season through. This yellow suit, I've given a fair hammering already. It's had a couple of weeks in the beehives, and this one has had about a week in the beehive. Haven't had quite so much. Still cleaner than the yellow one. I like the yellow colour. I think it's just it's my kinky thing. They also make it in a pink for the ladies. If I was starting again or recommending to a beginner, I'd say go buy a vented suit instead of the original. I took off my honey boxes while wearing this, and the biggest overheating problem I had was when I was actually sitting in the truck driving home, because there was no air movement. Actually out in the field working on the bees, because I wear glasses, my glasses weren't fogging up, I didn't have sweat running down through my glasses. It made the honey season this year a lot more pleasurable than what it could have been. So, and as yet, I haven't been stung through either suit. I think the premium would be just about impossible for the bees to get a sting through, but I won't guarantee that. They can sting through this, I think, probably, but as yet, I haven't had one. Value for money? I reckon they're both pretty good. They're both pretty much the same price, $200, $220-ish, roundabout, depending on how much you've got to pay for transport as well. The only thing is, you need to make sure that you get the size right. They don't have the standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizing that my other suit had, and this thing's got I'm a size small on this one and a small on this one, so, and they fit me pretty good. Well, I'm not exactly Claudia Schiffer, so but you'll get me as the model. So this is how the little thumb thingies work. You put your gloves on and then you put the little thumb, or you can put your leather gloves over the top. I don't use leather gloves. Remember, I always use these, so this sits out all the time. I don't particularly like that, but that's fine. Nice soft feature around the arms. They're nice and firm. I like the angled pockets that are on here, and they've got patches on the knees, so when you're kneeling down all the time. Thing that I was talking about with the hive tool, that's the modified height that my wife made so my hive tool fits, and the other one is down here, and I find that's just too low, and I've got to reach down to actually put my hive tool away, because I tend to put my hand over it so that it fits in, and I just find it's a little bit awkward, whereas up here fits in a lot easier. No side entry, so you can't get at your hanky or any such thing from the sides like you can with standard overalls. But overall, I think this is my favourite bee suit. This one is going to get a fair old hammering over the next few years. One other feature that I've found on these, both of them are the same, is that the veil sits way down the back, so that when you go to sit in your vehicle, it's not crushing you in the back of the head. For us beekeepers, that's a pretty important feature. So I love the new style of veil, whatever they've changed in it, how they've changed it, not really quite sure, but it is really comfortable when you go sitting in the vehicle. And we do spend a fair bit of time in the bee suit in the vehicle. So that's it. Trev in the workshop on Trevs Bees on Facebook and YouTube. We'll catch you around in the beehive.